Alright, so now let's install Docker on our local machine. So I am now in the local machine. That's the VM for my case, but in your case, it could be your laptop, right? Now, for installing Docker, we can download the Docker from the internet. Alright, so I am in the docker.com, and from here you can download the Docker desktop for your Windows or for your Apple. Um, so for my case, I will be downloading it for Windows AMD 64. All right, so now it's downloaded and we can install this Docker. So there are certain prerequisites to install the Docker, like your machines should support the hypervisor, because basically Docker is kind of a OS that will be running in your machine, and you will be using the container to run on the on top of that, right? So it will be needing that feature. If your machine is not enabled with the hypervisor, it will complain about that. So let's see what happened in my case. So it's saying that use WSL2 instead of Hyper-V. If you are having the Hyper-V that is running on your Windows machine, so then you can use the Hyper-V, but the recommended way is to use the WSL2. All right, I'll click OK. So it will take some time to install the Docker. I'll pause this video and we'll come back once it is installed. All right, so here we are. We have the Docker installed, and now I can close and restart it. So it has restarted my VM. That's why I lost the connection, but it would be needing the restart of the system. All right, so our machine has restarted and I can now launch the Docker Desktop. All right, so Docker subscription service agreement, just click accept, and you can log in into the Docker with your personal account. I mean, like, if you don't have the account, you can create the account for Docker. So over here I'll be logging in using my account, but for you, if this is the first time you are using Docker, you may need to create the account. So it's very simple to create the account. You can use your Google account as well to sign up into the Docker. All right, I am logged in into the Docker desktop, and as you can see that WSL needs updating. So it's your version of your Windows subsystem for Linux, that's WSL, is too old, and I need to run this command. So I'll just copy this command and we'll run it in the command prompt. So I'll open the command prompt. All right. So this WSL is subsystem for Linux. It will be, in Windows machine, it will be supporting the Linux engine so that your Docker can run on it. Now my subsystem has been updated. All right. So I'll restart it. All right. So I got some more errors, but I can do one thing. I can just, restart it again. Otherwise, what I'll do, I'll reboot this machine. Okay, it has launched the Windows subsystem for Linux welcome screen. We don't need to do anything over here, but I think it's a sign that something is happening in the backend. I'll just close these ones, and it seems like it is still complaining about the WSL version. And let me just run it again. All right, so the recent version of WSL is already installed. Let me do one thing. Let me just reboot this machine. All right, so I'm back. I have rebooted my machine. So let me just run it again. So although Docker is very simple to run, if your machine is having all the supported configuration, so generally you will not face any issues if you're running the latest machine, which is having the latest hardware and the latest OS. But in certain cases, you may see these kind of issues. And I hope that rebooting the machine will fix all these issues. So now I see the Docker engine is starting. So that's a good sign. Uh, and voila, we have the Docker engine running. So you can see the status over here. Now our job is done, and when we will be running those application code, we will be pushing those images into the Docker, and then we will be creating the container out of those images to test it locally on this machine before we push that application into the ECS, right? So this is all we have to do in this lecture. And next, we will be deploying the basic infrastructure that is required to run ECS on AWS. All right, so see you in the next lecture.